Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Rutvi Shah, and I will be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 203rd meeting of Vadodara Toastmasters Club. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules that we follow as a club. As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics, so please refrain from discussing these topics. Please put yourself on mute if you're not speaking. Please turn off your video if you are stepping out of the meeting. Now, I request everyone to repeat the club mission after me. We provide
We provide
a supportive and positive learning experience
a
supportive
supportive
and
and
positive
positive
learning
learning experience
in which members are empowered
in which
Members
members
are
are
empowered
empowered
to develop communication
to develop
communication
communication
and leadership skills,
and
leadership
leadership
skills,
skills,
resulting in greater self-confidence
resulting in
resulting
greater self-confidence
confidence
and personal growth.
and
and
personal growth.
With this, I announce the meeting open. All the best to all the speakers and evaluators. And now I hand over the stage to President Baiju Naik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ruthpi, for that amazing opening on a wonderful day today. Happy Teachers' Day to each one of you out there, because all of us are learning or teaching others in some or the other way. So yes, definitely we deserve to be wished a happy Teachers' Day on this wonderful day.
Happy Teachers Day.
Happy Teachers' Day.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Happy Teachers' Day.
Happy Teachers Day.
When we think we know, we cease to learn. Books are the means by which we build bridges for the future. True teachers are those who help us think for ourselves. These are some amazing quotes written by, can you tell who is the person?
Abdul Kalam, APJ Abdul Kalam.
Anybody else?
Dr. Sarvapalli.
Yeah, Sarvapalli
Yes.
Radhakrishnan.
Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, who is an educator, who is a politician, who was the first vice president and the second president of our country. Yes, he is Dr. Yes Radhakrishnan. And there are many more quotes and a lot of books written by him. How he became an educator is amazing, because the books which he read and which he was inspired was not of his choice. It was given to him by his relatives, and he started reading it and he started getting interest, and then he has awarded Bharat Ratna for whatever he has done for the country. So a few learnings from his life would be, sometimes life doesn't give you what you are thinking of. Whatever is given to you, you make something out of it. So if he had to say he didn't like the books what he got, and he went in search of some other things which was of his real interest, he would have missed a lot of things by not reading those books, and by not, and even the society would have missed a lot of learnings from his life. So he was always dedicated to whatever he did in his life, be it being a politician, be serving for the society. He was also the vice chancellor and chancellor at Delhi University and other universities in Andhra Pradesh as well. During that time, education was not very prominent, but he stressed his complete life on education, which was real need of that time in the 1930s and 1940s, when he was working in a college. So that is something which we need to learn from his out of his life, that education is something which can change everything. So it's not necessary that we learn in a prominent college, but it's necessary you get the basic education at least. So let's make sure that literacy rate in the country, it goes high, and whenever you get a chance to teach somebody, don't hesitate and go ahead and do your job. Thank you. And with this, let's go ahead with the guest introduction. It seems that we don't have any guests today, is it? Or am I missing? Galaxy A10 is Pooja. Am I right? I cannot see the video clearly. No. Okay.
I'm Pooja Agrawal only.
Okay, you're there. Okay. So Galaxy A10, if you're a guest, if you can please unmute yourself and introduce, please. I'm not sure if she is able to hear us. Okay, we don't have any other guests today. Surprising and amazing. But yes, today is a wonderful day and an excellent day to start icebreaker speech of speechathon, and we have 5 icebreaker speeches today. And the TO Modi is also apt to the day today. She is a teacher and the youngest member of our Toastmasters Club, as she is fondly known as. Toastmaster Gitanjali, over to you, ma'am. Please take it ahead.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Baiju, for such wonderful and beautiful introduction of mine. Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step given by Martin Luther King Jr. Namaskar and very good morning to each one of you. I, Toastmaster Gitanjali, welcome you all to our 203rd meeting of VTM Club. Today's theme is First Step. Friends, before presenting thoughts about my theme, I would like to pay my respect and homage to our dear teachers. Today is the 5th September, and in India, we celebrate this day as Teachers' Day. Today, it is the birthday of our former President of India, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. By celebrating this day as Teachers' Day, we pay our soulful respect to him. Teachers are the inseparable and integral part of human life. Each one of us takes our first step towards knowledge and enlightenment, holding the hands of our teachers. They are the makers of nations. They inspire us, motivate us to be good human beings. They ignite our inner spark and soul. Thus, on behalf of you all, I bow down to pay my respect and homage to our dear teacher who gave us knowledge, enlightenment, and ignited us to become successful human beings. 1,000 miles journey starts with the first step. For every new start, one has to courageously take first step. For every successful people, there is a story of first step. The first step means the act of starting something new. Why it is so important to take first step? The first step makes a decision, a new direction. It declares that we will go forward despite our fears or self-doubts. The first step gives us momentum and belief in our project, whether it's starting a personal hobby, blog, any new business, or to venture in some new field or adventure. The first step in any new project is often the hardest. At the beginning, the idea exists only in our mind with no tangible manifestation. Thus, we fear to take our first step. One who is fearless and courageous always takes the lead in taking the first step, and most of the time, they become successful. Now, let us move towards our scheduled meeting. Today, we have Speechathon, a much awaited speech program. To run this meeting very beautifully and systematically, I have a beautiful team of trio that is today's tag team, consisting of timer, a counter, and grammarian. They are the three strong poles of any Toastmaster meetings. They are the unsung heroes of any club meeting. They keep strong vigilance on our time factor, language, and grammar. Their soulful attention give complete meaning to our meeting. Thus, kudos to them. Toastmaster Adil will play the role of timer, a very bright and intelligent member of our club. Toastmaster Adil, please come forward to highlight your role objective. Audience, please welcome him very warmly. Toastmaster Adil, please come forward on the virtual stage.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, and Happy Teachers' Day.
Thank you.
Timing is important criteria in all aspect of life. If our athletes would have overshooted by merely a second, then we couldn't have 19 medals in Paralympics. Similarly, Toastmaster speeches need to be concluded in time alongside avidity. I would be noting the timings of the speech and evaluation, which will let speakers and evaluator to be qualified for voting fair and square. I would be sharing my screen. Hopefully my screen is visible.
Yes, yes.
Since today only I speaker speeches are there, the timing would be 4 to 6 minutes and evaluation would be 2 to 3 minutes. At 4 minutes, green card would be shown. At 5 minutes, yellow card. And at 6 minutes, red card. And for the evaluation, 2 minutes, green card, 2.5 minutes yellow, and 3 minutes, red card. Alongside this, I would be keeping a timer note just to help all if someone want to see the filter. So just a second. I would be keeping a filter like this so that time would be shown. It would be helpful for all the speakers as well as evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done, Toastmaster Adil. Very wonderfully explained your role objective. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Yashpal Gohil will play the role of AHA counter, a very calm and composed member of our club. Toastmaster Yashpal Gohil, please come forward to explain your role objective. Dear audience, please welcome him with a loud round of applause. Toastmaster Yashpal Gohil, be on the virtual stage.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Gitanjali, TMOD for today. Happy Teachers' Day to everyone and very pleasant Sunday morning. My role for today is a counter. I'll be noting down all the and unwanted sound in your speeches. Now, why this sounds does not make your speech effective, because it will deviate listeners' attention from your target, from your message. That's why I try to minimize them. I have a magic skill. So this is empty water bottle. Whenever you speak and you use a counter filler words, I'll drop, there will be a water drop added into that. And end of the meeting, when our GE asks, I'll show how much water is filled into that water bottle. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Very wonderfully explained your role. Thank you so much. The third member of my today's tag team is Toastmaster Pushkar, a man with very sweet smile and a seasoned speaker, will play the role of grammarian. Toastmaster Pushkar, please explain about your role and also the WOD and POD of today's meeting. Audience, please welcome him warmly. Toastmaster Pushkar, please be on the virtual stage.
Thank you and good morning, everybody. Very happy Teachers' Day to all of you.
Thank you.
Grammar in our language is just like music to your ears. If there is something wrong in music, then you feel that yes, there is something not in sync. And the same is with grammar. So in Toastmasters, grammarian's role is very, very important. And this role is said to be of threefold. First is that the grammarian finds out or notes the awkward use or misuse of the language. I will be looking at incomplete sentences or incorrect grammar. Secondly, to find out the creative use of language. And thirdly, the good use of word of the day and the phrase of the day. Hello Toastmasters, today's word of the day is avidity. Avidity means with a lot of enthusiasm. An example I can give you of Toastmaster Gitanjali. Toastmaster Gitanjali enjoys Toastmaster sessions with avidity.
Thank you.
Then, thank you so much. Phrase of the day is fair and square. Very simple term and you can use it in your day-to-day life. Fair and square means with honesty and straightforwardness. And the example could be in Olympics, the players are supposed to play fair and square. Or cricket is called to be a gentleman's game, fair and square. Fellow Toastmasters, you can use this word of the day and the phrase of the day in your speeches. And audience, I request you all that whenever somebody uses this phrase of the day or the word of the day or any good usage of language, you can simply give a thumbs up virtually. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Gitanjali.
Thank you, Pushkar, Toastmaster Pushkar. It's a wonderful explanation. No word to appreciate. Such a nice explanation today you have given. Today's meeting is divided into two segments. First segment consists of prepared speeches and second segment consists of evaluation, which will be led by Toastmaster Pooja. As we know, today we have speechathon. Thus, 5 new members will present their icebreaker speeches. They all have conquered their inner fear and opened their wings to take their first flight in the Toastmaster journey. All the best to each one of them. Now it is time to enjoy the essence of speechathon. All the 5 speakers will amaze us by presenting their wonderful speeches. Dear audience, please give standing ovation to each and every speaker as they have conquered their fear and they are presenting their ice-breaking speech. Thus, to give them honor, it's my request, everyone must give them standing ovation after their speeches. Our first speaker of Speechathon is Toastmaster Gautam. Toastmaster Gautam, are you ready? Toastmaster
Yes,
Gautam. Okay, thank you so much. Toastmaster Gautam joined this club to enhance his communication skills. Before inviting him on the virtual floor, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Yogesh Kantak, to highlight his speech objectives. Toastmaster Yogesh, be on the virtual stage. Toastmaster Yogesh.
Good morning, everybody. I hope I'm loud and clear.
Very good morning.
Good morning. So today, my target speaker Gautam is going to attempt his first speech on first project, the icebreaker. The purpose of this speech is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech. The time duration for the speech will be 4 to 6 minutes. Best of luck, Gautam. Over to Gitanjali, ma'am.
Thank you, Yogesh Kantak. Dear ladies and gentlemen, please join your hands to welcome Toastmaster Gautam. Toastmaster Gautam, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Toastmaster Gautam, transformation from GRD to Gautam, transformation from GRD to Gautam, Toastmaster Gautam, all the best, rock the meeting. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. And happy Teachers' Day to all of you. How many of you believe that one incident of your life can transform you? Yes, there was an incident which changed the GRD to Gotham. Good morning, my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I belong to a very small city of Bihar, Munger, located near the bank of Ganga River. Since my childhood, I was very notorious kid. I always used to do which my parents asked not to do. I was average in everything. I was average in studies, playing, drawing, dancing, and many other co-curricular activities. I used to live in joint family, and my grandparents were too close rather than my parents. I used to call them Ma and Baba. Not a single day has been passed when my parents don't scold on me. I like to spend my day with my friends. Hence, most of the time, I was used to be out of my home. My whole family was very worried about my future. What he will do in future. Day was passing on as usual when I was in 7th class. Me and my friends has planned to set up the Saraswati idol on the occasion of Saraswati Puja. We set up everything, and after enjoying 5 days of celebration, there was also an immersion of idol near the bank of Ganga River. I decided to go without informing at my home because I knew that no one will allow me to go there. I went with my friends and could not return home. The sun was on set. The clock turned to 6 o'clock in the evening. Everybody has started searching me here and there. But in the 90s, there is no communication of mobile. So they could not find me anywhere. Now the clock turned to 7 p.m. Still, I didn't return home. And after 8 p.m., when I reached home, when I entered the home, I saw my mother and grandmother was crying very badly. Now, when my father saw me on the gate, he took off the grandfather's stick and started beating me very badly. Somehow, my grandfather has saved me and took me to his room. And on that night, I slept with him. Next morning, when we woke up, he asked me to sat beside him and consoled me and advised me, my dear son, being the elder son of the family, you have lots of responsibility. 2 sisters behind you and other siblings too. What will they learn from you? He took almost 2 to 3 hours to make me understand the duties of my life. After listening his thoughts and advices, he asked me to join him whenever he will read out the Ramcharitmanas. And from the next day, I started sit beside him and listening Ramcharitmanas. After listening Ramcharitmanas, I have realized the avidity of transformation from myself, from poor spirited GRD to Gotham. GRD I used to call myself during my school time. After completing my 12th, I got admission in College of Engineering, Roorkee, Uttarakhand. I have not only been awarded for my academic excellence, I also taught my juniors as a guest lecturer in my college itself. After completing my BTech, I started my journey as a civil engineer and currently working with Radical Engineering Private Limited. During my college days, where it was in 2015, when uh, in the period of November month, I lost my good friend, one of my good friend, my mentor, my teacher, my grandfather. But I still remember his golden words, which transformed me as a good human being. And I always try to follow his footprints. At the end, I would like to tell some people said an idea has changed my life. Some people said a theme has changed my life. But in a very fair and square manner, I would like to tell no. An incident, a person, a book has transformed my life. Now look more transformation through Toastmaster platform. That's all about myself. Before leaving the stage, I'd like to share one doha from Ramcharitmanas. तुलसी भरोसे राम के निर्भय होके सोए अनहोनी होनी नहीं होनी होई सोए. Over to you, TMOD Toastmaster Gitanjali. Thank you.
Thank you, Gautam. Wonderful. It was wonderful speech. Thank you so much. By taking our first step, we gathered the courage to enter the portal of an unknown world. Now I'm presenting my second speaker. She is very bold. She is none other than Toastmaster Archana. Her evaluator is Toastmaster Bikram, one of the seasoned speaker of this club. Toastmaster Bikram, please highlight her speech objective. Toastmaster Bikram, be on the stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gitanjali. A very good morning to all the Toastmasters and guests out here, and a special good morning to my target speaker, Toastmaster Archana. Now, Archana is going to give her icebreaker speech. The objective is for us to know more about her, and I'm sure that she's going to rock the stage. Over to you, Toastmaster Gitanjali.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bikram. Dear audience, please welcome Toastmaster Archana very warmly. Toastmaster Archana, are you there on the stage? Toastmaster Archana.
Yes.
Toastmaster Archana. My life is unpredictable. My life is unpredictable, Toastmaster Archana. Please welcome her warmly, dear audience. Toastmaster Archana, the stage is yours.
Good morning, Toastmaster of the day, all fellow Toastmasters and their guests. Today is the Teacher's Day, so happy Teacher's Day, all of you. No pens, no bills. How many of you believe in this proverb? Since my childhood, I was a curious kind of girl. Never shy or hesitated to learn anything from anyone. My father was a farmer. We live almost 20 kilometers far away from the city. As we belong to a small village of Bihar, there were some restrictions for girls' education. As I was the eldest one in my family, my father got me admitted in girls' middle school so that both sisters and a brother could follow my footsteps. At the age of 12 or 13, I used to go to school riding my bicycle. Somehow, I completed my 10th in girls' high school. After getting admission in 12th class, I lost my father in an accident in 2007. I stood up and took responsibility, whatever was possible for me. For example, I started to teach children along with my education. But very soon, my relatives started influencing my mother to get me married. But I did not stop my ability and completed my graduation from Indira Gandhi Open University. After marriage, My husband and I used to run one private school. Everything was going smoothly. In February 2019, my husband suddenly fell sick and we moved to Mumbai for his treatment, where my whole family shifted after my marriage. During the treatment, I got to know that my husband was suffering from cancer and was in the last stage. I got to know that my husband was suffering from cancer and was in the last stage. I lost him in April 2019 and I was all alone and had two kids to look after. I felt like the ground was slipping under my feet. I was unable to breathe. However, I gathered courage and after only 20 days, I consoled myself and started my job in Bevaku Brand Private Limited as a supervisor in Mumbai. That was my yesterday, and today is the time. I never look back because I didn't want to let my responsibility to become a burden on anyone. I always share a square of my duty. I take challenges every day without seeing the whole scales of my life. I always take my first step as said by Martin Luther. Thank you all, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you. Very wonderful presentation. Emotional but very bold story. Thank you so much. The first step in a new direction doesn't have to be perfect, but it gives confidence to move ahead in a new world. Toastmaster Shri Kumar is my third speaker of today's speechathon, a very humble and sober person of our club. Before presenting him on the floor, I would like to call Toastmaster Pavan Thakur, his evaluator, to highlight his speech objective. Toastmaster Pavan Thakur, please highlight his speech objective.
Thank you, TM Modi, madam. Good morning, everybody, and my special good morning to my target speaker, TM Sri Kumar. Well, his objective here is to introduce himself and talk about his life a little bit. And this is icebreaker speech for him, the first one for level 1 and project 1. The speech title is Growth is Life, which indeed is, I believe. The time limit for him is 4 to 6 minutes. Please note that timer. And as Gitanjali madam already said that we should definitely give a standing ovation to the speaker. So I do request for the same. And with this, I wish all the very best to you, Toastmaster Sri Kumar, to present your speech with ability. All the best. Over to you, Tia Modi.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pavan.
Thank you, madam.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join your hand to welcome Toastmaster Shri Kumar on the virtual stage. Toastmaster Shri Kumar, growth is life, growth is life. Toastmaster Shri Kumar, the stage is yours. Do your best and rock the show. Toastmaster Shri Kumar.
Thank you very much, Gitanjali madam. Welcome to the fascinating world of growth, which is natural and real. If you ever felt that you are stuck in life, it's natural and unreal. It's your imagination that makes you feel stagnant. Good morning, everybody. My name is Sri Kumar. I am working as Deputy General Manager for an MNC. I have done my BTech in Electrical and Electronics Engineering and MBA in Business Analysis and Business Intelligence. As my father was in Air Force, I had my schooling in various states like Chandigarh, Uttar Pradesh, Mumbai, and then finally back to my native place in Kerala for college education. I discovered my ability in arts through cultural programs conducted in our college. After college, I wanted to go to the field of advertisement, which had very little scope those days. Finally, like most engineers, I also landed in a job abroad. There, I discovered that I can be a good entrepreneur. I came back to India to start my own company. Back in India, my first attempt was to do an MBA, but could not pursue it then. Therefore, I decided to take up sales job to learn about business and to remove my shyness and my introvert nature. I became an expert in concept selling and grew in steps, starting from the role of a sales engineer to my current position. In the meantime, after taking up the sales job, I got married to my wife, who is an excellent teacher and homemaker. After our marriage, she completed her MPhil and we had a son who is doing his MBBS. While I was continuing my journey as engineer, I realized that life doesn't always be fair and square. I had gone through my many experiences, both good and bad, motivating and demotivating. All these experiences made me who I am today. Many a times, the challenges were so extreme that it took a toll on my mental and physical well-being. Today, when I look back, I realize that I shouldn't have taken most of the issues so seriously, especially when the end goal is beyond my control. Maybe at this age, I can tackle those problems with more maturity and find better solution. This, I believe, is a sign of growth. The question in front of me now is, from here to where? When would I establish my own company? And how I would like to spend my life hereafter? Growth is a continuous process. The only thing we should ensure is that it goes in a positive direction. My ability to become a better person encouraged me to join this group, and now my ambition is to grow along with you all. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sri Kumar. Indeed, it's an excellent presentation. Nobody has the power to take two steps together. You can make only one step at a time. Today's fourth speaker is Toastmaster Krati, a very young and cute lady of our club. She will be evaluated by Toastmaster Tejas. Toastmaster Tejas, it is his debut evaluation. Thus, I invite Toastmaster Tejas to highlight the speech objective of Toastmaster Krati. Toastmaster Tejas, The stage is yours.
Thank you, Gitanjali ma'am. Today my target speaker is Toastmaster Krati, and she is going to give her icebreaker speech, and her path is innovative planning. Her speech title is The Takeoff. So all the best, Toastmaster Krati. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tejas. Dear listener, please welcome Toastmaster Krati with a loud round of applause to present her icebreaker speech. Toastmaster Krati, the takeoff. The takeoff, Toastmaster Krati, the virtual stage is yours. Just rock the meeting. Toastmaster Krati.
Thank you so much, Gitanjali ma'am. Just to confirm, am I audible clearly?
Yes, yes.
So good morning to all Toastmasters present over here. So I'm Krati Purohit and I will be giving my first icebreaker speech, the takeoff. So I'm a kind of girl who's very talkative in my nature. I'm like a chatterbox. I can talk like hours and hours and hours until you stop me. And this is my ability. You know, I can talk to anyone, like person who known to me or person who are strangers to me. Sometimes my family asks me that you talk to the person like 20 minutes. Do you know him? So I was like, no, it's totally stranger to me. We were just having a conversation. So let's begin from the basics. I'm a girl from Madhya Pradesh, Barbani district, where my schooling is done, where my family lives from years. I live in a joint family where you can have all kinds of relatives. I'm having my younger sister as a sibling, and she's in her 10th right now. My district is somehow some hours, like 3 or 4 hours from the Indore city, which is well known by you guys. So here I am. I'm at my 20s. My birthday comes at 25th of August, and I just completed my 20 and I'm turning to 21. I'm pursuing my bachelor's in honors from Maharaja Sayaji of University of Vadodara in Human Resource Management. Human Resource, HR. Why not CA or CS? People often ask me the question. To answer the same, I would like to say that I'm a people person. I love to be around people, to talk to people, working in a team-based projects, to motivate them, to take guidance, and to give direction is somehow what I see. So in my opinion, HRM is somehow perfect field for me. And that's why I've chosen the same. To enhance those skills, I had recently done a 3-month virtual internship with an NGO. So this is all somehow professional things. So let's talk about my interests. So I'm a creative person. I like sketching and doodling, and this is my creative way to spend my time. I often play ukulele and sometimes sing along. So I'm a basic level ukulist, and I'm a foodie. So I can eat a lot many things, but at the same time, I can cook those dishes which especially I like. And I'm even dance along sometimes because it feels that I'm live. I'm again a travel lover. So if you ask me for a good destination, I'll never say a no. I'll always say yes, I will. And that's why I consider myself as a partial Gujarati, like Jambanu, Rambanu, or Ungwanu. At the current moment, I'm pursuing my bachelor's, but at the same time, I'm preparing for my MBA from India itself to get into a good peace school. And while talking about the Toastmaster, first I listened to the word Toastmaster, I felt like, may I have your attention, please? But then I researched a bit and saw some videos on YouTube as well. So I got to know that no, it's a totally different idea. But I properly got the idea when I attended my first guest meeting, which was the 200 meeting of Vadodara Toastmasters. So I got to know that no, it's a platform where people of different ages, different perceptions, cultures, city come together to exchange the ideas, to enhance their skills, to enhance their public speaking skills, to overcome their fear. And here, nobody will criticize you that you made a mistake or thing. Here, everybody are for each other. We are like having an idea to grow together and to enhance together. And my objectives to Toastmaster is obviously increasing my public speaking skills as well, communication skills as well. But the basic idea which I want from the Toastmasters is like networking. I want to be a family of Toastmasters. I also want to make some informal connections to good connections so that I can grow up some more. And this is what my objective when I reach to Vadodara itself. So with this, I hope that I'll be learning a lot more from you guys and we can build a good community. And with this, I end my icebreaker speech with a happy Teachers' Day to all my elders. And thank you so much for being a patient listener.
Wonderful. Really wonderful. It is a great takeoff. And I'm sure within very short time, you will touch the sky. Landing on the moon by Neil Armstrong is a one small step by man, but one giant leap for mankind. Now, my last speaker is Toastmaster Yashpal Singh, very calm and composed person. Toastmaster Ankit, his evaluator, I welcome you to highlight the speech objective of Toastmaster Yashpal Singh. Toastmaster Ankit, please be on the stage.
Thank you, TMOD ma'am. My target speaker's purpose of the speech is to introduce himself to the club and to learn the basic structure of a speech. It's his icebreaker speech, so I request all of the members to applaud for him after the speech is over. Standing ovation. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit. Dear audience, please welcome Toastmaster Yashpal Singh with a loud round of clap to present his icebreaker speech. Toastmaster Yashpal Singh, life incidents and purpose. Life incidents and purpose, Toastmaster Yashpal Singh. The stage is yours. Be on the virtual stage. Toastmaster Yashpal Singh.
Thank you, TM Gitanjali. Hope I am visible and audible to everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Everything happens in life for a purpose. How many of you do not agree to this statement? Please raise your hands. Almost everybody agrees to that. Thank you. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. I'm Yashpal Singh, and I believe life is driven by two most important factors, which are avidity and purpose. From last 15 to 20 days, I was searching for a Ganesh idol made of mud. A couple of days back, when I was driving towards my office, my car got breakdown on the way. I tried cranking my car several times, but it didn't start. After 45 minutes of stranded at the same place, I tried my luck one more time. I cranked my car and it started fortunately. I decided to drive it to a service center then, where my service advisor analyzed my car and suggested me to get my auxiliary car battery replaced immediately. So I started driving from that place in search of a shop where I can get a auxiliary car battery. On the way across, I came across a shop where Ganesh idols were being sold, which were made of mud. Suddenly, it struck my mind that this was the purpose for getting my car breakdown on the way. I was stranded for 45 minutes, but it solved my issue of 15 to 20 days, which I was facing. So I again reassert my statement that there is a purpose behind every incident in your life. I belong to northern part of India. My father got transferred from the northern part to Maharashtra, Tarapur, where Bhabha Atomic Research Center first plant is placed. I got my basic education from Tarapur. It's located in outskirts of Mumbai towards Gujarat. I completed my basic education from Tarapur. I completed my electronics engineering degree and postgraduate diploma in business management from Maharashtra. In my family, I have a son who is studying in 8th standard. And my wife is a true homemaker. She left her career for giving time and dedication to my son. And I believe she's a true homemaker. In my working life, I have spent my life building connected car solutions. Connected car solution for various organizations like Mahindra Electric Vehicles Private Limited, Reliance Industries, Tata Technologies Limited for Tata Motors, in India and in Shanghai, for Sun Mobility, which was a startup, and for MG Motor India, where I work as an AGM, Assistant General Manager in IT department, and I build connected car solution for MG Motor. I hope everybody is aware about our first product, which is called as Hector. It has a USP, which is called as Internet Inside. I develop and help MG Motor to build internet inside this car. So the purpose, when I started my career, I was struggling and I got into a telephone manufacturing company. I learned the technicalities of telephone there, which helped me to lead into connected car solution, which is an emerging technology in this era. So there was a purpose to struggle for 4 years and get into this career. I always believe in being fair and square in all my activities, what I do. I will also implement the same policy here in my Toastmaster journey. And I aspire to be a great speaker and presenter with help of my mentor and my colleagues here in Toastmaster. I conclude my speech with the same statement and full avidity that purpose drives everybody's life. Thank you for lending your ears and your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yashpal. Excellent presentation. Nothing to say about that. It was so nice. Now, after such an excellent and amazing performance by all the icebreaker speeches, now is the time for my timer. Toastmaster Adil, please present your time report. Toastmaster Adil.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. This is the timer report. All the speakers are qualified and they are well in the time limit. So thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adil. Now it's my request to Zoom Master. Please launch the poll. Now, please choose the best speaker. Everyone is best today. I think polling is over. All these speakers have great ability to fulfill their dreams in a fair and square manner. These stunning and amazing speeches have proved that they all have successfully taken their first step very boldly. Their courage and power certainly reward them in future. I'm very sure in coming days they will prove themselves as one of the best speakers of this club. Now, let us move towards our next segment, that is evaluation segment. For this, I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Pooja to lead the meeting, one of the best speaker and evaluator of our club. Please welcome Toastmaster Pooja warmly. Toastmaster Pooja, it's your turn to rock the show.
Thank you so much for such wonderful introduction of mine, Toastmaster of the day, Madam Gitanjali. Once again, good morning to Madam Toastmaster of the day, Gitanjali, the benevolent members and present guests. Today, I'll start with a quote. Good enough is not good if it is not better. And better cannot be better enough if it cannot be the best. So, looking to the avidity of the members, the meeting is going to flood like anything. Apart from this, the role of GE is to show the mirror to each and every role player and give this fair and square report to each one so that they can use the resources in the best way to the next level. Just imagine if you are in a party and there is no starter and dessert, only the main course. What would be your expressions? Oh, main course to ghar pe bhi hota hai. The same way, if no evaluations for the speakers, then how would the meeting be? To make it possible, we have excellent evaluators for the speechathon of each and every speakers who had been diligent in giving their best. Our evaluation session by Toastmaster Yogesh for evaluating Toastmaster Gautam. I invite for this virtual stage of yours, Toastmaster Yogesh.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Let me start first by congratulating my target speaker Gautam on completing his first successful speech. Transformation from GRD to Gautam. What an interesting topic title. I'm sure it created an interest and a bit of a curiosity in all the audience, including me. You started your speech with a very good opening. You started off with a personal story. Your entire speech was delivered with a good confidence. When we speak, the whole objective is always to reduce the distance between us, the speaker, and the audience. And I'm sure you could achieve that with your personal story and a good eye contact, a virtual good eye contact with the audience. I'm sure that audience could have connected with your stories. You started off with a statement saying, I used to always do the things which my parents used to oppose. I could relate my childhood that time. That we used to always do the things which our parents used to always oppose. Always a rebel. You had lot many stories which were connected themselves to show how you transform from being a GRD to a Gautam. Although you delivered it very well, I have few suggestions which could take it to the more better. First, the position when you were delivering the speech, I don't know, was it for only myself, but I saw you slightly lean backwards. Might be that is because of your virtual background, which was showcasing you not in a straight posture but slightly leaned position, which may hinder in some of the points where you want to connect with an audience. Try to just check on that. You had a lot of stories in normally your speech. I will suggest next time to connect those stories in a net that it goes from a one point to the another point in a planned flow, which will have an audience to take normally as a journey rather than connecting with an individual story. You showed and you presented your speech with very good confidence. So next change which I would like to you do is proper use of your hand gestures. Most of the time, your hand gestures were locked. Don't lock it. Put it open. Involve your gestures as a part of your story, part of your delivery. It will help you in connecting with the audience again. And with this, I'm sure you will surely deliver the better. To conclude, a wonderful title, a wonderful story, a connecting content, a confidence, you have all the ingredients to make your next transformation. So once again, congratulations for taking first step with avidity and best wishes for your future project. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much for this wonderful evaluation. Now I call Toastmaster Vikram for evaluating Toastmaster Archana.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gitanjali. Sorry,
Pooja.
Toastmaster Pooja. Toastmaster Archana. It is indeed a tough task to evaluate an icebreaker speech because it decides whether the speaker will be interested to continue giving speeches in Toastmasters or not. But I'm sure that my evaluation would prompt you to give your second speech. Instead of a conventional sandwich technique, I'm going to step out of my way and give an evaluation to you. A word of the day and the phrase of the day used in an icebreaker speech is really commendable. In fact, I've seen people who have given speeches who are in their 8th or 9th or 10th speeches have not given their word of the day or phrase of the day, even though the grammarian has published it a day before. It's not a necessity, but still usage of word of the day or phrase of the day is always nice in one's speech. While I was keenly listening to your speech to evaluate, I realized that you have evaluated your life as well so well. That's because that is the reason why every word not only had the correct grammar in it, but also was loaded with emotions. The truthfulness in you was displayed with a lot of courage. And when you're very truthful, a good speech is the product of it. Now, let me tell you 3 ways to improve. Number 1, a very easy improvement. Your camera angle and the background that can be improved instantly. Say, for example, you can keep the camera on the table, resting on the wall. You can have a direct eye contact on the camera. So these all are the things that you can learn straight away in the next speech. In fact, if you are giving a table topics speaker, if you are volunteering yourself for a table topic speaker next week, you can work on that. It's so easy. Then the second one is a little tough to improve, but I'm sure that you will improve consciously. Voice modulations. If I was evaluating a speech which was not an icebreaker, but somewhere around the 5th or 6th speech, I would have termed this as a news report. But considering that this is your first speech, it's completely all right for you to give a speech something like a news report because you're facing the stage for the first time. So acceptable. Then comes my third way of my third way to improve. It's a little tough, but needs conscious efforts, which will come by practice. Organize your thoughts, which would definitely reflect on your speech. Yes, you did select chronology, but when you say that some happy moments, some sad moments, and some moment that changed your life or transformed your life. So this is an organizing a speech. It doesn't come on the first or second or a third speech. It comes by practice. So you have to give your second speech, third speech, and so on. It is definitely not somehow I completed my graduation. It was because of your grit and determination, which was displayed even today. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Pooja.
Thank you, Vikram sir, for that meticulous way of evaluating the icebreaker speech. Now I call the next evaluator, Toastmaster Pawan, for evaluating Toastmaster Sri Kumar's speech. Toastmaster Pawan, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Madam Pooja, G of the day. Once again, good morning to all of you. And my special good morning once again to TM Sri Kumar. Well, evaluation is something which is highly imperative at the end of any event to get the outcome. So definitely I'll be honest with my evaluation, but I will be a bit partial towards encouragement, which is going to help the speaker to develop his confidence and motivation to do more and more in the future. Basically, it's going to build a positive impact on his mind. So let me start by congratulating him at the very first. So many congratulations, TM Sri Kumar. You were really good at your work. I noticed that you were highly powerful with your vocal tone, and it was highly clear. I couldn't find any mistakes with your pronunciation or anything, but it was really outstanding, I must say. And I'm sure other people would agree as well. The way you started the story of yours, I noticed that you mentioned each and every aspect which I could expect, starting from your academics, right from the beginning, schooling, then you came up to family, you described about your parents, about their profession, and then you also included your wedding, your profession abroad and in India here as well. You also mentioned about your current pursuit, that's your company, which I think was quite comprehensive in terms of your life, whatever you are doing with. Next thing I would like to mention that yes, you motivated us with a thing called challenges. It's not a simple word, in my opinion. It's really very important. And you also mentioned that life doesn't always goes fair and square. Wow, what a thought. I must appreciate you for this. Again, I noticed that you mentioned something like a question, from here to where? It has a deep meaning if people give it a thought. Now, after presenting such wonderful things, I would also like to say something about the improvement. So if I have to give a fair and a square feedback, which is essential for Toastmasters, and I would do that, I would say that, yes, I noticed that physically you were not so mobile. So you may please take note of it at your next speech. And next thing is, yes, I do notice that the camera setting was not that appropriate. So these are the two things which I noticed and which could be improved easily and with not much of efforts. Now, let me tell you that overall, you presented your speech with complete ability. It was really good, great. I loved it. And I believe we will be privileged to witness some of your outstanding speeches in the future. Over to you, GE. Thank you.
Thank you so much for such impactful way of evaluating the icebreaker. Now I call the fourth evaluator, Toastmaster Tejas, and evaluating Toastmaster Kriti's speech. Krati, sorry.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja. First of all, I like to congratulate Toastmaster Krati for giving the icebreaker speech and taking her first step in this Toastmaster journey. Takeoff is possible only when you lift your feet off the ground and you trust your wings. And we saw that this trust in your speech. And now I will go for your body postures and all the details. Your language is clear and easily understood to all of us. Your body language is in tune with your speech that we can easily see. Your speech inspires the audience and me as well. You start with your family introduction, and that is really good. And you describe your family background very well. You describe how you are talkative person and you can contact with any unknown person. This shows that you go far and for achieving your goals. You are a people person, you said, and you are active, you are interactive, and you are creative person as well as a foodie. You love to dance and travel. This show that your interest in all walk of life. And I can also relate this with myself. Definitely your goals to improve the public speaking and networking and and improving the connections will definitely will be achieved. We can see this by your speech. Your overall, you have a good combination of your family background, your professional career, and your hobbies, and all your goals seems to be achieved. Now, some of the improvements from my side is you need to work somewhat on your eye contact. And the second recommendation is you just put your camera properly, so properly you are visible to the audience, so the interaction will be more good. So this is all the recommendation, and overall speech is really very good and excellent. Thank you. Over to you, general evaluator Pooja.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tejas, for this remarkable and impactful way of evaluation. Now, the last but not the least, evaluator Toastmaster Ankit for evaluating Toastmaster Yashpal's speech.
A wonderful Sunday morning to all of you, and especially to my target speaker, Toastmaster Yashwal Singh. Congratulations, Toastmaster Yashpal. You have finally broke the ice by giving your icebreaker speech. And I have to say, it was amazing. Your speech was quite well structured. The way it went, it was very well structured, I should say. And you started your speech by asking a question, means engaging the audience with your speech. And audience are like, we better pay attention. He is asking us questions. And you also waited for the audience to respond. That is a very good sign. You made your objective of the speech by introducing yourself very clearly, who you are, what you do, and what all things you have done. You also explained the abbreviations you used, like a, your post in AGM. You also explained it because normally people don't know what is the meaning of AGM. Speech delivery was also up to the mark, as it is your first speech. But there is a scope of improvement always. That's why we always become better and better. Today we may be the best, and tomorrow also we will be the best. But our best of tomorrow will be better from our best of today. So the only thing I found missing was gestures and nothing else. Everything was perfect. Now, gestures, by gestures I mean face gestures also, and you used pauses very means in sync also, but there was a missing of your whole body movement along with your speech. Like when you were saying that I worked in this company and then this, then you could have you could have used voice modulation, and the way you are expressing your body, like I worked here, then this. So you can also use this way, you can move your body also. And confidence was not a problem this time. Overall, I loved your speech. You were fair and square with the purpose of your speech. So I am very okay, I am very much waiting for your next speech to come so that I can listen it and enjoy it. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit, for bringing out such a remarkable evaluation. Now I call upon our timer, Toastmaster Adil, to please share his timings report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja. And I would be sharing my screen. Everyone is qualified. The timings are as follow mentioned. Ankit is also qualified. Actually, due to timing, I couldn't mark it green. But everyone is qualified for voting. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Pooja.
Thank you. Now it's time for polling, a great competition.
Yes, no doubt.
Hope everyone is done with polling. Should I proceed further?
Yes.
Thank you. Now I invite our grammarian Toastmaster Pushkar for his report.
Good morning once again. I'll just try to present my findings. Word of the day and phrase of the day. Many speakers today, they have used word of the day and the phrase of the day. Gitanjali ma'am, Gautam, Archana, Pawan, Sri Kumar, Kriti, Yashpal, all the speakers, they use the word of the day. Apart from Toastmaster Pooja, general evaluator, and of course myself. Phrase of the day, Adil, Gautam, Archana, Sri Kumar, Yashpal, Pooja, Pawan, and Ankit. Fantastically, you all of you have used. Surprisingly, the evaluators have not used it to that extent. I liked one more thing about today. Toastmaster Gitanjali, she had fantastic ways to welcome each and every speaker in a different way. She said, please welcome her warmly. Join your hands to welcome so and so. Welcome with a loud applause. Put your hands together. So these are some good ways of welcoming a speaker. Then she also said, rock on. The stage is all yours. So these are very nice sentences.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Some good usage of language. First step gives momentum and belief to your work. Very nice way to start. Then conquered inner fear when she said something about the first
speaker.
Speech. Yeah. Then Archana, her emotional speech was quite well decorated with some phrases, and one of them was ground sleeping under one feet. Yashpal, one powerful sentence, the purpose drives everybody's life. Sages, what a nice phrase. Believe in one's wings. So, very nice usage of words. And there are some not so good usage of languages, language of phrase. I found out some minor misuse of tense, some past tense, present tense, future tense, some getting mixed up. So you can probably try to overcome that. And then one speaker said, married to my wife. Well, nobody marries to their wife. They marry to somebody. Okay. And then one speaker said, applaud him. It's not applaud him. It's applaud for him or applause for him. Giving you a speech. What happens is many times we try to translate from our native language into English, and it happens like this, giving you a speech. उसका जैसे भाषण देना होता है. So it's not giving speech, it's presenting your speech. Although giving your speech is not exactly wrong, but it doesn't look good or doesn't sound good for your ears. So you can try presenting your speech. And yes, I like the way some of our speakers have started with the titles. The titles are extremely good, very powerful titles. At times, the title create a lot of interest in the speech. Growth is life, first flight or takeoff. A very nice way of presenting yourself in the very first speech. Thank you all, and especially I would also like to thank some interesting Toastmasters such as Mansoor Raja, who was constantly encouraging all the speakers who use the phrase of the day or word of the day, apart from some other audience as well, that every time they raise their hands or raise their thumbs to congratulate the speaker for using the word of the day or the phrase of the day. Very nice. Thank you all. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Pushkar sir. It seems that you are focused listener for giving such wonderful and extraordinary report of grammar, and it's really going to help everyone. Now I call upon our counter to see that how many bottles have filled. Our counter, Yashpal, go ahead.
Thank you, Madam General Toastmaster Pooja. It looks like magic did not work. Or maybe our speaker were too good, so I cannot fill the bottle. Anyway, let me start my report. To start with our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Rutvi, very fluent. I did not observe any filler word or pause. Toastmaster Baiju, as a presiding officer, you use couple of R's maybe towards end of your speech. Toastmaster Gitanjali, as fluent as it can be. I will love to have some of your energy and avidity in here.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Adil, as a timer, I observe one small pause in your speech. Toastmaster Puskar, in your grammarian report, towards end you use couple of R's and one small pause. I'll start with prepared speakers. Toastmaster Gautam, you use 4 R's and there were 2 very long pauses. Toastmaster Archana, in your emotional speech, there was 1 R and couple of long pauses. Also, I did not get in the beginning of the speech proper audio. Toastmaster speaker Sri Kumar, sorry. Toastmaster Sri Kumar, your speech was fluent. I did not observe any R, though towards end I found one small pause. Toastmaster Krati, your energetic speech has 1 R. You use so quite frequently, almost 2 or 3 times. Also, you use like word in your speech maybe a couple of times, and there was a pause. Toastmaster Yashpal Singh, 1 R. 2 times you use so, especially to connect a sentence, and there were a couple of pauses. I will move to the evaluation section. Toastmaster Yogesh, very fluent, I did not find. Same is the case for Toastmaster Vikram, no R's. Toastmaster Pawan, I find couple of R's in your speech and 1 pause. Toastmaster Tejas, same couple of R's. You also use so multiple times in your speech and there was a pauses. Toastmaster Ankit, I think you use R towards the end of your evaluation multiple times, maybe somewhere around 5 in total. You use so word repetitively. Same is the case with now and very, and there was a pause as well. General evaluator Toastmaster Pooja, I found couple of pauses during the transition especially. So in general, I think if we have so many icebreakers, I was expecting a long amount of R's and ums and filler words, but to my utter surprise, I think I'll be thirsty today. And one small suggestion that we can use, generally when nothing comes to our mind, we try to conjunct 2 sentences using so, now, like. If we're conscious about this, we can easily eliminate these words and make our speech even better. That's all for my report. Over to you, Toastmaster Pooja.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yashpal, for such incredible way of giving your counters report. Now it's time for my general evaluation. it is indeed the matter to mention that this role of GE was been assigned to me by VP Education Toastmaster Varun before a week, and this shows his concern and preparation for the meeting. So kudos to Toastmaster Varun. I'm really flabbergasted that he fixes all the roles well in advance, and it also shows the professionalism of our club, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Ruthvi, she opened it at 9:37 a.m. and with a beautiful smile, she started exactly at 10 the meeting by giving her mission, vision, do's and don'ts clearly to each and every members present in the meeting. Our presiding officer, Toastmaster Baiju, acknowledged everyone with an honor and also shared a motivational story along with the quotation, which is always a good learning and earning of our knowledge. Toastmaster of the day, Madam Gitanjali. What an exuberant and extraordinary way of starting your theme, and a wonderful theme which connected everyone. You captivated and rocked the show up till now. Yes, she is the main pillar of our Toastmaster, though she is always here and she spreads fragrance. Now, trendy word of a day and phrase of a day by grammarians. So it was being used almost by everyone. So thank you, Toastmaster Pushkar sir, for such good words. Speakers lined up very well, though it was their speechathon and first step to break their ice with their motivational, emotional stories, and also they connected well. It shows that they were well mentored by their respective mentors. Evaluators gave constructive feedback. They were fair and square in giving their feedbacks, very genuine analysis. I was really amazed by the delivery they had given during the time of their evaluation, because icebreaker evaluation is really a tough to give each and every remarkable points, but still they gave it. Just a recommendation to the evaluators that if some evaluation would have given by demonstrating them through the action or the quote or the story or any of the instances which happened with you, it would have taken to the next level in the best way. My gratitude to our three pillars, timer, counter, and grammarian, who did the utmost responsible role and in the best way. So, big round of applause for each and every role players for doing such justified roles. Once again, my heartiest greetings to all the role players for this fantastic job, and thank you. Good luck to everyone. This is my general evaluation. I'll be happy if my evaluation would be done by any of you and given to me. Thank you once again. I hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Madam Gitanjali, to wrap up her theme of first step, which is the most distinct theme. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Gitanjali, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes.
My heartfelt thanks to Toastmaster Pooja, Toastmaster Pushkar, and Toastmaster Yashpal Gohil for energizing me by giving such a wonderful, positive feedback. Thank you so much. Now we have reached at the last phase of today's meeting. What an authentic, motivating, and constructive evaluation given by our evaluators. Their evaluation will help every speaker to move ahead in their pathways journey. At last, I want to say, how does taking a first step helps one to succeed? Setting the goal is the first step on the road of success, regardless of how difficult the circumstances are. Human will is stronger than anything in this world. Learning is not only a means to get a job. Learning is much more than that. It strengthens our self-confidence and enhances our awareness and culture. Thus, friend, always take the first step to venture into something new. Make your walk in such a way that everyone learns many things from your each step. With this conclusion, I want to hand over this stage to our club president, Toastmaster Baiju. Indeed, it was a little short, but it is very creative meeting because according to me, it's a unique meeting. Not only the speakers, they have laid their first step, but 3 of our evaluators, they have also started journey of evaluation with the first step. Thus, all my heartiest congratulations to them. With this, I want to hand over the stage to our Honorable President, Toastmaster Baiju. Thank you, and over to you, Baiju sir. Toastmaster Baiju, please be on the virtual stage.
Hello, am I?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Thank you, Gitanjali ma'am, for that powerful ending. And since we have left out with a little more time, I am planning to have a surprise table topic session now.
Oh.
So how many of you are ready for that? I think all of you will be definitely ready.
Yes, ready.
Yes. So I will call each one of you who didn't get time to speak. Let's start with Toastmaster Ambika. Ma'am, you are ready?
Okay. Thanks. I'm ready.
Yeah. Ma'am, your topic for you is one experience in which you learned something, or an experience which taught you something.
Okay. In my life, there are many experiences which have taught me. Choosing one is going to be very difficult. But one experience I would say is that I wasn't a graduate when I got married. And it took me 10 years to complete the graduation. I think I've said that before also. But in the journey of this 10 years, I've learned something that you cannot give up on your dreams, no matter what, no matter how the circumstances can be. I was married when I was in second year. I didn't give my exams. I kept on craving for learning something. I mothered a daughter, but still my craving to learn something was not fulfilled. I was playing the role of a very good housewife to an army officer and a mother to a daughter. But that unfulfillment of not being somebody and always being questioned that who you are and what are you going to do and what are your future plans, I was always being jittered. I came back with an avidity that I'm gonna make sure that whatever the social requirement is, that I will fulfill being a graduate. And I did it first and square with topping the university. And after that, the journey never stopped for learning and unlearning. Joining the Toastmaster was also for unlearning, but I'm learning a lot from here. And my silence to this particular forum is because I want to be a great listener now rather than a speaker. I'm really enjoying the speeches of so many wonderful newcomers and the enthusiasm which I see in this young forum now, I would say, a very, very young forum, is fantastic. So thank you very much. My learning throughout this journey of my life is that don't give up on your dreams. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for that wonderful speech. Now, who will go next? Nikunj?
Yes, am I audible?
Okay. Yeah. Topic for you is one movie which you recommend on a teacher's day to watch and why.
First of all, very warm good morning and warm welcome to everyone, all fellow Toastmasters and guests. The movie I recommend on this Teachers' Day is Tare Zameen Par. That movie was came I think in 2009 or 10 by Amir Khan. So in this movie, when I think everyone is knowing that story, the boy has all hidden talent, but he could not able to see. And I think only the teachers is the best platform to come out this hidden potentials from student. So I recommend this Tare Zameen Par movie to watch everyone, to especially for the students who are uh, doing school means 1 to 9 standards or 10 standards. All students can see this movie. And second movie I will suggest is Three Idiot. That is also showing that comes all potentials from inside. So over to you, Baji.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikunj. And Toastmaster Nikunj seems to be an Amir Khan fan. Both the movies has Amir Khan as a star. So yeah, this
Right.
both these movies are inspiring and really watch a movie which needs to be watched. Yes, definitely, I agree. And now, Kirit sir, we have a few guests. Before Kirit sir, I give the topic to Kirit sir. I just noticed we have 2 or 3 guests. So, for the benefit of the guests, the table topic speeches are those which you need to speak for minimum 1 minute and maximum 2 minutes on a topic which will be given on the spot. So, you'll get 30 seconds if you need you to think on, and you need to speak for at least 1 minute and a maximum of 2 minutes. Yeah. So, Kirit sir, if you're ready for the topic.
Okay.
So yeah, for the topic for you, when I see you, I always remember a song. So I think one song which you would love to sing, and the meaning of that song, if it's relates to Teachers' Day or something which teaches you something, which would be that?
Okay. I'm very fond of songs all the time anyway. So I always remember a song of हम दोनों मैं जिंदगी का साथ निभाता चला गया हर फिक्र को धुएं में उड़ाता चला गया. In life, if you want to really succeed, you have to go back to your past experiences and not keep it in mind all the time. This song continuously says that message, which is a very philosophical message, that हर फिक्र को धुएं में उड़ाता चला गया. Means you don't dwell on your griefs, on your ironies. Rather than you look forward and say that this is the flow of life. It will go as it is. And गम और खुशी में फर्क ना महसूस हो जहां गम और खुशी में फर्क ना महसूस हो जहां मैं दिल को उस मुकाम पे लाता चला गया. That means I don't feel that life में the good things and bad things are not to dwell, but I always see that my stature is above them, so that I don't bound upon the pleasures and pains of life. Beautiful message is, if we give it to children, teachers can do it better, then children will not get worried all the time about their exams, their other problems, etc. So life is a flow in which you must always enjoy every phase as it is going to, as a river flows. That's what I always tell teachers, I always tell students, I tell my sons that life is a flow. Don't dwell upon your griefs all the time. That's my message to the children.
Wonderful, sir. When I gave you this topic, I didn't thought that it would be so deep. And yes, you have gave us quite a good lessons to keep. Mehul Makwana, if you're ready, if you can switch on your camera and unmute yourself.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so you're ready for the topic?
Yes, I'm ready for the topic.
Your topic is what sports do you recommend which can teach you life lessons?
Okay. Lots of sport and which is played in our country. But here I would like to choose one, which is cricket. I would like to play cricket and recommend the others as it gives a team spirit, and apart from that team spirit, they encourage you to play in a team. Like as we know that the like one has to play on a strike and one has to stand on another, and they have to be coordinated with each other while they are playing. And they when we is playing cricket, and so at that we not only play for themselves, but they have to play for team and for each other. So in if I have to choose a sport, then I will definitely choose cricket as my as sport and encourage others to play it.
Great, thank you, Mehul, for that speech. Thanks a lot. Ankur Chaudhary, guest Ankur Chaudhary.
Yes, yeah.
So you ready for your topic?
Okay. Like I was just here for the first video, okay, like just going through it because so okay, fine, I'll go with it.
Right, just give it a try. It's
yeah, sure.
So it's just for you to experience. Yeah, the topic would be one dialogue from any movie and what you learn from that dialogue and something which you recollect and think always while you are in a trouble or something. Any dialogue.
So there will be, it's not a specific dialogue, but I guess it is from the movie Whiplash, where the person it strive for the best always. So it's something like the trainer puts the drummer, the musician artist in a very a challenging situation and push him to over the limits that he gets to a mental breakdown. But when he realizes that this is after overcoming this fear or seeing that level of adversity, he gets to his true potential, and he really be one of the best musician in the jazz. So this is a movie named Whiplash, which I really like, and it shows that just by pushing yourself to the limits, you can actually achieve the best. So I think that will be the dialogue. Always strive harder.
Great. Yeah, thanks for that. Wonderfully done. Now, anybody else who would like to go and speak?
Raju sir, I would like to comment on the Ankur's view regarding Whiplash.
Yeah, please.
Yes, even that was one of my favorite movies. I loved it. The way he understands the subtlety of that minor mistake. Thanks for reminding me that. And even that quality of catching that I wouldn't say little, that's like even like I cannot compare it with a fraction of a second. It's smaller than that, but he does that. So that ability, that vision of a teacher, wow, that was really amazing. Even I'd like to mention a dialogue from movie Fana. There Rishi Kapoor says that, it's in Hindi, सही और गलत में फर्क करना आसान है, सही और गलत में फर्क करना आसान है, लेकिन दो गलत में मुनासिब चुनना बड़ा मुश्किल.
True, I agree.
Yes, so it was really a remarkable dialogue which stayed in my mind. It still has a room in my brain. I just keep remembering these things. And yes, it's really impressive movie. You can watch it if you haven't watched it. Whiplash.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Again, a recommendation from Amir Khan movie. So Amir Khan is getting famous today. Good. Thank you for that, Toastmaster Pawan. I see Toastmaster Rupali so dedicatedly taking notes, and I would ask her to keep her pen down and please take up one topic.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, topic for you is since you are writing, what comes to my mind is one book which you recommend to read and the lessons which that book can teach you.
Yes. Okay. Good morning, everyone. So I can actually always this book now I have with me. This is Sydney Sheldon book. I carry to my office also. Whenever I get time, I try to finish this. And this book is Come If Tomorrow Comes. So actually, I started in last December, but somehow I could not complete it yet. But I always carry whenever I go. And when I started this book, I felt some boring. I was not that much not getting that much interest to this book. But when I that turn that pages, I get more interest in this book, and I learned never give up and just take this challenge everywhere and create and create that your dream or your life goal, what you can do. Don't think that too much long. Just gather your thinking, gather your challenges, and take it positively towards your goal. So that is important. And that how a younger girl take a challenge and lost everything in her life, still she never gave up and just go on with that many strangers and get their goal. So that is a very beautiful book. So I recommended this book to you all can read and find out many takeaway from this book. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Toastmaster Rupali. And please understand, this was not scripted, that it was impromptu. She had his book, means she had his book. So we didn't discuss, I will give you this topic and keep a book ready and all. So yeah, good job. Thank you for motivating us, Toastmaster Rupali. So Toastmaster Sanchita, would you like to go next?
Yes.
So yeah, a train journey or any journey which have taught you something, a life lesson.
Mr. Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. A journey which has taught me a life lesson. It was in the end of my first year of actively working as a software professional. At that time, one fine day, my manager came to my desk and said, Sanchita, we have a position at USA for a project. I need someone to travel immediately. Are you ready for it? That was the time. It was merely a year. I had never traveled out of my home then. By then, I had only gone till Mumbai. Baroda to Mumbai is just 4 to 6 hours journey. And I was staying at a place which is very close to my nearest relatives. You can say all my nearest relatives were staying there. It was the first time I was traveling actually out of the country. And I said, yes, ma'am. So immediately the visa processing started. Everything happened. In between, I came home for Durga Puja and festivals. I went back and my PM said, your stamping date has come. I went for stamping. I got my stamping done. And she said, oh, you've got stamping done? So you're traveling day after tomorrow. I said, what? I don't even know how to pack for an abroad trip. She said, no problem. Just get everything done, get all the papers ready and travel. So my mother did all the packing. I didn't know where was kept what. And I just took my suitcases, went to the airport and went there and traveled and reached the destination, which was Dallas. But that journey taught me that you just have to take a leap of faith. Trust yourself. There's never going to be a position you will always be accompanied by someone. As Tagore, Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore said, Jodi to ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে. If there's no one to listen to you, walk alone. It's better to walk alone because you learn new things. You gain experience. So this was my first international journey and it is still a learning experience for me. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanchita, for that wonderful speech. Yes, we are always taught that a bird believes on its wings and not on the branches. So definitely believe on our wings and not on the branches on which we sit. So yeah, that's a good learning. We can take one more if anybody is ready. Vinod Singh. Yes, great. So a topic for you is, I'll be a little religious because you love that. Any religious story which inspired you and teaches you a lesson?
Well, this is related to Swami Vivekanand. Actually, Swami Vivekanand teacher is Swami Ramkrishna Paramhans. Actually, this story I listened by my teacher when I was in fifth. Just a reminder and told to all how they find out the gyan from how transform that gyan from Swami Paramhans, Ramkrishna Paramhans to Swami Vivekanand. Actually, at the time of nearer to death, his guru is suffering from TB. At that time, a lot of cough collected in a bowl. His guru called him and told, "Let's drink all the cough." Without questioning anything, Swami Vivekanand drank all the bowl and told, "This is mind-blowing." By that, all the knowledge Swami Ramkrishna Paramhans transferred in Swami Vivekanand, all the things. This was the only example of faith, student and the teacher. After that, Swami Paramhans asked, "Why you done this? You don't have any hesitation, any other thing?" He told, "Gurudev, this is for me, and for me, this is the honey. I drink as like a honey." Thank you to all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinod, for that wonderful story. Yes, all these are learnings. Whatever teacher says, whatever we learn from the teacher stays with us forever. So the purpose for taking the topics is, it's not always what we learn in school is something which called a teacher-student relationship. Everybody can teach, anybody and anything can teach, an experience can teach, a religious book can teach, a fictional book can teach us, a story can teach us. Even somebody who is elder to us, younger to us, elder to us can teach us. Even some way in future we will learn something from our son and daughters as well. So it's not that we will always learn from our elders only. So learning, if you keep your mind open, you can learn from everywhere and anywhere.
Yes, agree.
So yeah, Zoom Master, if you can float for the supporting role and best role players. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, while we do that, I'll take the feedback from the guests as well. Ankur Chaudhary, if you can give your feedback, please. How would you like the session? Just a short introduction because you're not available at the start.
Yeah. So it was really great. I was just because it was in the back of my mind for a quite some time that I need to explore this Toastmaster. So I registered it yesterday, and it was quite a good session where the best part, I like the feedback which is happening. The feedback instantly given. So you are doing something, maybe you are working on it, and you don't know that where have you been better at it or not. So the feedback part was a very crucial, and I think it was great. And of course, I like the varied group of people who are coming here, sharing their ideas. It does open your mind, and it's a good place for exchanging knowledge, increasing communication in network. So yes, overall, it was a good experience.
Great, wonderful. Keep joining, and please do also consider membership. And if you have any queries, please get in touch with Toastmaster Sai or me for more details. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
You are added to the guest group, right? I guess.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. Thanks. Next, we have Mehul. Guest Mehul, if you can give a short introduction and how did you come to know about Toastmasters and a feedback as well.
sure. One of my friends told me about Toastmaster Club, and he encouraged me to join this club as I'm IELTS student and I wanted to pursue my further study in Canada or USA. So he told me that this is a great platform to learn and learn how to speak in public and gain confidence. And apart from that, this meeting expanded my all the thinking and what I expected that this has. It beyond it is as we are listening so much story from different people and I also love that phrase of the day and word of the day part as I think that somebody give to us and we have to talk on that and include that phrase or word in our speaking. So that is a great part and yes, the feedback part is also very crucial and critical for all of us. So yes, I enjoyed so much and it gave me a thrilling feeling. Yeah, so I definitely to join this group.
Perfect, perfect. Thanks a lot. For more details, you can get in touch with me or we'll add you to the guest group. I guess you connected with me today morning. So yeah, you
Yes.
might not be added to the guest group. So we'll make sure you're in the guest group and you will get all the details of the future meetings as well in the group.
Sure, sure. I love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Our repeat guest, Varsha Maheshwari, your feedbacks, please.
Good morning to one and all present here. The speech of Gitanjali ma'am and Pooja ma'am their ability towards the meeting made our battery recharge for the week. And take home message was every journey needs a first step. So I think that I hope I have taken the first step to improve my public skills in Toastmaster Club.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, guest Varsha, for that feedback. And for membership details, please get in touch with Toastmaster Sai.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So yeah, with this, I guess we have done the feedbacks of guests as well. Zoom Master, are you ready with the results?
Yes, just a second.
Yeah.
Arey wow.
Best table topic speaker. We have a tie here. Do we need to go for a tiebreaker? Toastmaster Rupali and Toastmaster Sanchita. Congratulations, both of you. Nicely done. Best role player for the day. Toastmaster Gitanjali.
Oh,
for your TMOD role.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
A teacher being a TMOD on a teacher's day.
Teacher's
Wonderful.
Day.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Best supporting role player of the day.
Pushkar, TM
Toastmaster Pushkar. Great role doing the grammarian today. Wonderful. Good word of the day and phrase of the day. It was quite usable actually in the speeches. Thank you for that. Best evaluator of the day. Toastmaster Vikram. Toastmaster Vikram has been banned from polling in Vadodara Toastmasters Club because when your name is there, you're gonna win. this is an unfair contest. Good job, Toastmaster Vikram. We definitely learn a lot from your evaluations. The calm and composed way you start is wonderful. I definitely need to learn from you. Good job. Thanks a lot. Best prepared speaker of the day. So this was a Toastmaster Krati. Yeah. Good job. Good job. You rocked on your first speech and you were so confident. And as I already wrote to you in a separate message, your goal is very clear at 2021 age, and that is very nice. Very nice to see that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. See you on more speeches and make Vadodara Toastmasters Club to a next level in area and district contest in future. All the best. So yeah, with this we come to the end, and we had a wonderful Teachers' Day celebration with team.
Toastmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toastmaster Baju, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
On the occasion of Teachers' Day, I just sing 2 lines for all the teachers, as we have many mentors and we are learning from the new members and learning from all the seasoned Toastmasters.
Sure.
So
sure.
if you allow me to, I'll sing 2 lines
Sure,
for
please
all
go
the
ahead.
mentors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ज्ञान का दान सबसे बड़ा है, ज्ञान का दान सबसे बड़ा है, जिसे कोई ना लूटे, ज्ञान का रिश्ता सच्चा रिश्ता है, बाकी रिश्ते झूठे, जो ज्ञान दे जाता है जो वो जग में अमर कहलाता है, ज्ञान का दान सबसे बड़ा है. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Baju.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupali, for this selfless effort. Good job. Yeah, before we close, I just want to announce that we have our contest coming in next week. That is on 14th, on 12th of September. And please send in your nominations to the contest chair, Toastmaster Mansoor and Toastmaster Ankit, for humorous and evaluation contest respectively. And make sure we participate and make this a grand event. The winners will definitely represent the club at an area level contest. On date is not yet announced. We definitely will see them perform and for our club on the area level. So let's give our full efforts and make sure we have a wonderful day next Sunday as a contest day. And I encourage all new participants to also participate. There is no limitations, like anybody can participate in both evaluation and humorous speech contest. So it is open for all. There is no level barriers as such.
Baiju, photo session?
Yeah. I'll just click. I think Saichran is not there today. We definitely have one. Please switch on your cameras, all of you. I am just gonna take a snap. Yeah, please keep smiling. Done. Thanks a lot. So
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy
Those-
Sunday.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So by this, we end our today's session. And Toastmasters who have 5 minutes in hand, please